Wiggle, wiggle.
Like.
Alright, Blitzers, this is the hot topic video right now. Everyone is talking about this. Medzi, Bushka, I mean, you name it, Pantov. Been watching a lot of these and people's thoughts on these missile tanks, and I just thought I would throw my just few cents out there and just what I just genuinely think about these tanks. There's a lot of mixed emotion. It is a battlefield of thoughts and emotion just between players on these tanks. Tons of people saying they should remove them, and I just wanted to just put my opinion out there and just what I really think about these tanks and how it impacts me personally as a player. Just giving you the stud muffin perspective. So here it goes. These tanks have now been in the game now, I think, for like a few weeks, maybe almost a month. And it's really changed me as a player. I am one of those players, I think like what Medzi said, I love these things, but it's poisonous love. And I've really come to terms with accepting that. What I mean by that is I cannot stop playing these things. Every time I sit down and get on Blitz, all I'm doing is playing with these tanks. For me, can't even go and play with any other tanks. I have tons of other tanks, and before the missile tanks, I used to love switching it up, going around, bouncing back and forth between tanks. But for me as a player, it has become so poisonous and addictive to just play with this thing. I can't stop playing with it. I can't play with any other tank but this thing. And the reason why that is so bad for wargaming in a way is that like the Sherma, or however you pronounce that thing, like these premium tanks that have recently come out since the missile tanks, I don't even really care to purchase them because the only tanks I want to play with are the T-92E1 or the Schreiden, the missile tanks. And it has just become so poisonous for me as a player. And for Blitz, because they're probably losing money. I'm a very avid player. I love buying new tanks and trying things out, but it has become so hard for me to even want to play with anything else because these things have such an unfair advantage. When you're playing with these things, you can shoot things in the sky, have them come down, blow up, and you may say, oh, well, this thing's got awesome armor. Who cares? I can shoot a missile across the map, have it come down and hit an enemy. I can zoom around at incredible speeds. I have 10 degrees of gun depression. I mean, this tank almost has it all. I've bounced rounds from Jageraus, just clarification, Jagdpanzer E100, just because of the spaced armor and just how it's designed and how wargaming made it. Or like with the T-92E1, like I've literally bounced a FV 183 round off the front of that, probably a couple times while playing the thing. And honestly, as much as I love playing these tanks, I've come to admit it is an addictive, poisonous love. I don't play with any of my other tanks anymore. I can't stop but just play these missile tanks. And it almost, like, it's really become for me to like this feeling of just dirty with playing. It's just unfair in a way. And it's in a way, like, that's just how I would have to describe it. So honestly, like, I really think as much as I love these tanks, I think it would be best for these games if Wargaming did something to like just really change these things. I know in the next update they're planning on nerfing it. I'm really curious to see how that's going to change it before maybe I come out with another video with a different opinion on this. I don't know if Wargaming, anyone else is going to watch this. That's my stand on it. I don't necessarily know like quite remove, because because, I mean, they're reducing the penetration a bit, you know, the damage, they're reducing the armor. You know, maybe there could be ways. I don't know. I think I'll come out with a different video after the update, but as of right now and how it stands, they need... These things are so poisonous, especially for me as an avid good player. I'm not purchasing or even looking at any other tanks. It's hard for me to even want to play with anything but these. So anyway, my 2 cents. I thought I would throw this video out there because I know a lot of other YouTubers have as well. This is the muffin here. Let me know in the comments what you think. I know a lot of people, actually, as a matter of fact, there was a poll, Medzi mentioned this on his video, where like 1,100 plus players said no, these things need to be removed, and only like 600 players said yes, we should keep them. And honestly, I can really see the perspective of why Wargaming should remove these things, just because of how it's made me feel and change as a player over these last 3 weeks. The other tanks have just become so obsolete and just like just almost not even worth my time in playing because of that. So anyway, Stud Muffin here. Love you guys. Thank you for your support. You guys stay cool and keep tanking.